Imagine this, a small, pretty ordinary village in Rajasthan, India. And then, seemingly out of nowhere, a 13-year-old boy comes forward. He makes this prophecy that, well, it doesn't just shock his community, it paints a really terrifying picture of the future.
It's quite a tale.
Right. Okay, so let's unpack this. Our deep dive today is focusing on a specific YouTube video, it's actually quite popular, titled 13 Hantana Compact 2 Jonastan Pad Zai Skalapan Exli Kompantana Kamakanada Tanapan.
Which translates roughly to a 13-year-old child said, Maha Kalyug is coming. Even yogis were surprised to hear this. Maha Kalyug meaning like the great Kalyug or the terrible Kalyug.
Exactly. So our mission here isn't just to, retell the story. We want to dig into the details of this kid's supposed prophecy, the events around it, all based on what's in this video.
Yeah, try and understand what this particular narrative is suggesting about, well, good versus evil, I suppose, and definitely about consequences.
What's really fascinating here is how this video paints such a, well, vivid picture. A world right on the edge of some huge change.
Significant change, yeah. Maybe even cataclysmic, based on the descriptions. And it's all stemming from what this boy claims was this extraordinary personal experience.
So we're going to look closely at what the video claims he saw, the specifics.
And then think about what the implications might be, according to the story itself,
Okay, so the story kicks off in this small village, Alwar, Rajasthan. We meet a couple, Madan and Meenakshi. He's an auto driver.
And she's described as just incredibly good-natured. The video really emphasizes this point. They found happiness in simple things, always spoke kindly to people.
Yeah, setting a scene. But things weren't perfect for them.
No, definitely not. They'd been married, 16 years? And no children. That caused them a lot of distress, apparently.
Though the story says they'd kind of come to accept it, as their fate.
Right. But what really stands out is their charity. The narrative makes a point of saying they never turned away anyone hungry, always helped the poor, even with their own limited means.
It feels like it's setting up this moral foundation for what happens next.
Exactly. And into this setting, one afternoon, everything shifts. A Hindu sadhu appears at their door.
A sadhu being like a holy man, right? Someone who's renounced worldly things for a spiritual path.
Precisely. And Meenakshi, true to her nature, welcomes him respectfully, offers him food, even though they don't have much.
And the sadhu.
Well, according to the video, he's deeply pleased by her kindness. He then reveals he's got these immense spiritual powers. Says he got them from 24 years of intense penance up in the Himalayas.
Wow, okay.
And with this power, he blesses Meenakshi, tells her in exactly 9 months she'll bear a divine son.
A divine son.
Yeah, beautiful, incredibly intelligent, but also with some unique quality, something not found in ordinary children. That's the claim.
And there's more, isn't there, about the son's purpose?
Oh, yeah. The sadhu apparently explained the child's whole mission. He's supposed to inform people about Kalyug.
Which, for listeners maybe not familiar, is the final darkest age in Hindu cosmology, associated with moral decline.
Exactly. So this child's job, according to the sadhu, is to raise awareness, preach against all the sin and vice that's increasing, and basically guide people off the path of damnation onto the path of salvation.
And then he just leaves.
Poof, vanishes. Just like that. Adds to the whole mystique, I guess.
So Meenakshi tells Madan, her husband, how does he react?
Predictably, maybe. Skepticism. He's like, how can this happen? We do all these good deeds and nothing. Now suddenly a miracle baby.
It's a fair question, really. Very human.
Very. But the proof, or confirmation rather, comes fast. Just 5 days later, Meenakshi gets morning sickness.
Ah, okay, so the prophecy seems to be coming true.
Exactly. So suddenly any doubt is gone. The video shows them both just overjoyed, praying constantly for a good future, hoping they can keep helping others.
And then 9 months pass.
Just like the sadhu said. Apparently, it was a really stormy night, heavy rain, thunder. Meenakshi goes into labor. Madan gets her to a nearby hospital in his auto.
And the baby is born. A son.
A son, yes. They name him Pawan. And right from birth, the story says he was different. There was this distinct glow about his face, and his eyes seemed, well, mysterious.
So as Pawan grows up, this unusual nature, it continues.
Oh, absolutely. The video paints him as really not like other kids at all. He prefers staying inside, doesn't really play. His main thing is listening to his mother's old stories before bed.
Just not interested in the usual kid stuff.
Seems like it. And then by age 10, just 10 years old, the story claims he has this knowledge, this wisdom that's way beyond his years.
Like how?
Like he speaks with the depth you'd expect from someone, say, in their mid-20s. His parents are apparently just astonished by it.
Okay, so he's this unusually wise, quiet kid. Then what?
Then illness strikes. One day, he gets this really high fever, falls unconscious, and stays that way.
Unconscious. For how long?
3 full days. His parents, obviously frantic, rush him to a government hospital.
And the doctors? What do they find?
That's the weird part. Physically, he's fine. All his vitals are okay, but he's just out. Completely unresponsive.
Like he's trapped somewhere.
Almost, yeah. The video describes it like he's in some deep dream he just doesn't want to wake up from. The doctors are baffled.
3 days like that must have been terrifying for the parents.
Absolutely. Then, suddenly, it's 2 a.m. on the 3rd night. He wakes up.
Just snaps out of it.
Well, he calls for his mother, but apparently with this incredibly loud, terrified voice. So loud, the video says, people outside the hospital heard him. He's trembling, totally shaken.
So what happened during those 3 days?
Right. Back home, he tells his father, I feel like I was in another world. But he says he can't tell them, his parents, the details.
Why not?
He claims she was commanded to reveal what he saw only to the people of Kalyug, to guide them, from the wrong path to the right one. This was supposedly a direct instruction from wherever he went.
Wow. So this is the setup for the big reveal.
Exactly. Madan, his father, he gathers everyone, all the villagers, even calls local news channels, apparently. They meet at the village panchayat tree, the traditional spot.
And Pawan steps up.
He does. And he announces the coming of Gur Kalyug. Terrible Kalyug.
What does he say it will be like?
He gives this chilling line, it'll be a time of hidden suffering, where people's pyres will burn, but they won't be seen.
Oof. Heavy stuff for a 13-year-old.
Oh.
How does the crowd react?
Well, there's skepticism, naturally. The video shows an elder laughing, saying, we're already in Kalyug, kid.
Huh, yeah, that makes sense.
But Pawan, apparently with this startling maturity, corrects him, says, no, this is just the beginning. The end of Kalyug, he warns, will be truly shocking.
And then he explains the unconsciousness.
Yes. He drops the bombshell, claims he wasn't unconscious at all, his soul. It actually traveled.
Traveled where?
To Yamraj, the Hindu god of death and justice, the one who judges souls in the afterlife.
Okay, so he went to the underworld.
Essentially, yeah. He says he witnessed everything he's about to share, and Yamraj himself gave him the task, the instruction, to come back and warn humanity.
Right. So now we get to the visions themselves. What did he claim to see?
This is where the description gets really intense. He starts with this. Void. Just an endless, dark, empty space. No light, no sound, no sky, no earth.
Just nothingness.
Pretty much. And in this void, there's this gigantic iron door, wrapped in thick iron chains, dripping blood.
Just dripping blood.
Yeah, and the blood, when it hits the ground, it turns to smoke, and written on the door in red letters, entrance to Karmaloka.
Karmaloka.
Yeah.
The realm of action or consequences.
Exactly. The place where your deeds bear fruit, so to speak. And behind this door, he hears these awful screams, just agony, regret, pure fear.
Sounds terrifying.
Then the door opens. 2 huge figures emerge, Yamduts, attendants of Yamraj.
What do they look like?
Colossal. Glowing eyes. And their bodies are covered in sharp iron thorns. One of them tells Paul he has to watch everything, witness it all, so he can warn people. Then they pull him inside.
And the first thing he sees?
He feels intense heat first. Burning. The air smells like ash, decay. He's in this huge field, but the ground, it's burning iron.
Burning iron.
Yeah. And there are thousands of people, naked, forced to walk on it, screaming, jumping, their skin sticking to the metal, their screams just vanish.
My God. And who are these people?
The Yamdut tells him, this is for those who lied, who cheated, who break people's trust. The pain is eternal. Time means nothing here. Betrayal literally burns you.
That's vivid. What's next?
They move on, reach a river, but it's not water. It's red. It's a river of blood.
Oh, wow.
People are in it, neck-deep bound, and they're forced to swallow this blood and ash with every single breath.
And their crime.
Shedding innocent blood. The Yangdut says their thirst is never quenched, and the river is filled with their own sins. It's like they're drowning in the consequences of their violence. A really visceral image, being consumed by your own actions.
After the river.
They see countless souls just sitting there hungry and thirsty. But here's the twist. They're surrounded by food. Fresh bread, fruit, milk. Looks delicious.
So why are they starving?
Because the moment they reach for it, try to eat or drink, poof, it turns to ash in their hands.
A kind of Tantalus punishment. Who's this for?
This, Pawan was told, is for those who starved the poor in life, who hoarded grain, who profited from hunger, who commercialized people's basic needs.
Denied food, now eternally denied sustenance. Makes a grim sort of sense.
It does. Then comes maybe the most chilling part, for me anyway. They go down deep into this pit. It's pitch black, utterly silent.
The pit of silence.
That's what he calls it. Thousands of people are in there, they're screaming, you can feel it, but no sound escapes the pit. It's just trapped silence.
Who ends up there?
This is for those who saw injustice but stayed silent. Those who knew the truth but were too afraid to speak up. People silenced by fear.
Wow. So inaction is punished just as severely.
It suggests that, yeah, the sin of omission, it really ups the stakes on moral responsibility, doesn't it?
It really does. Is that the last vision?
Almost. The finale, the climax of the tour, if you will, is this massive wheel made of fire.
A wheel of fire.
Yeah, and souls are going into it and then emerging, but in new bodies.
Like reincarnation.
Sort of, but it seems immediate and directly linked to punishment. They emerge as like a beggar child or a thirsty animal, a sick old person. One soul apparently cries out to Pawan, says something like, "I took the rights of the poor in my last life, now I'm born hungry in this one."
So direct negative rebirth based on past deeds.
Exactly. But then Yamdu reveals the kicker, the really terrifying part, especially for the coming Maha Kalyug.
What is it?
He says this whole cycle, karma, consequence, rebirth, it's going to accelerate dramatically. In Maha Kalyug, the fruit of your actions, good or bad, won't wait for the next life. You'll receive it in this very life.
Instant karma. Literally.
That's the prophecy. Right after that revelation, everything blurs for Pawan and boom, he's back in his bed.
But he insists it wasn't just a dream.
No, he's adamant. Claims he still has burning marks on his feet from the iron ground. Says the screams from Karma Loka are still echoing in his ears.
Okay, so he tells the villagers all of this. How does that go down?
Well, the video shows a mix. Some people mock him, call him crazy. But then fear starts to creep in. Strange things begin happening in the village.
Like what?
Sudden, unexplained deaths. People having bizarre, terrifying dreams. Some even claim they hear voices like from hell in the middle of the night.
So his warning starts to feel real.
That's how the video presents it. Pawan's face apparently becomes very somber and he just keeps repeating. When the real Maha Kalyug arrives, the distance between earth and hell disappears. Evil deeds get punished right here on earth, immediately.
And the video gives examples of this supposed instant karma.
It does. Purported examples anyway, like the guy who hoarded grain, his stash suddenly rots. The one known for cheating the poor supposedly goes mad. Someone who constantly insulted others gets publicly humiliated.
Cause and effect playing out super fast.
Right. And it's not just people. The video mentions eerie signs in nature, too. The sky sometimes glowing red, birds shrieking weirdly, dogs howling all night for no reason.
And it paints a picture of the whole world becoming unsettled.
Exactly. Pawan's conclusion, as the video tells it, is stark. This is just the beginning. He sees Earth changing, hell getting closer, the door to Maha Kalyug slowly creaking open.
And the only way to survive this
is through good deeds. The story ends on that note. When Kalyug peaks, only those who do good, who choose salvation over damnation, who serve the hungry, help the poor, only they will survive on Earth.
Wow. Okay. Beyond the shocking imagery and the claims, what really hits home here, I think, is this perspective on karma.
Right. It's not this abstract thing happening lifetimes away. The story frames it as immediate, unavoidable, happening right now or very, very soon.
It's a powerful concept.
And if you connect it to, the bigger picture, this idea of accelerated karma, it taps into something deep, doesn't it? That desire for justice, for seeing consequences play out quickly.
Yeah, it provides this really compelling, if maybe terrifying, answer to why bad things happen or should happen to bad people. Instantly.
Exactly. It's cause and effect on hyperdrive.
So what does this all mean for us, listening to this? It kind of forces you to think about your own actions, doesn't it?
It does. Not just for some distant afterlife, but for tomorrow. For the reality you're living in right now.
It's less about theology maybe and more about the psychological weight of believing your actions have immediate visible results.
Which really brings up a huge question, I think. If people actually believed this, truly believed in swift, visible, immediate karma.
How would that change things?
Yeah. How would it alter behavior? Societal norms? What would a world actually look like if your actions were instantly mirrored back at you in your reality?
That's quite something to think about. Let us know what stands out to you